Now in some global news on coronavirus, new curbs have been imposed in England due to the growing number of COVID-19 cases. The timing of pub, bars, restaurants and other hospitality venues in England have been restricted. It comes as UK's COVID-19 alert level has moved to 4, which means transmission is high or rising exponentially. The UK cabinet is currently divided over second lockdown with fears of the second wave that has become imminent. Prime Minister Boris Johnson will be setting out plans for dealing with the pandemic tomorrow at about 2:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. A second lockdown is expected, with Britain's second scientific advisor warning the country could be facing 50,000 new cases of COVID-19 if the infection rate does not come down. Remember, the winter is approaching, which possibly can become a breeding ground for flu, and the situation could get serious if precautions are not taken now. UK so far has over 4 lakh cases and over 41,000 deaths.
Our country and many other countries around the world, and that is, our country is a freedom-loving country. And it is very difficult to ask the British population uniformly to obey guidelines in the way that it is necessary. What we're saying today is that collectively, and I'm answering his question directly, collectively, the way to do this is for us all to follow the guidelines, which we will strictly enforce, and get the R down. That's the way forward.
And listen in now to this ground report from my colleague Lavina Tandon from London.
Boroughs like the one I'm standing in, where the ethnic minority population, especially those of Indians, are very high, are quite high on the list of the resurgence of COVID-19 that is happening here in London and in the whole of UK. And in a press conference, the medical experts of Britain explained that if this kind of growth, which is doubling, the cases are doubling every 7 days, remains unabated, then the cases will rise to 50,000 a day by October and deaths in 200s by November. A very serious situation. They warn, act now or face the consequences, or we will be in a really serious situation. We need to act now, which includes, of course, the fear of a second lockdown, which seems quite a strong reality, quite imminent. It has already started happening in different parts of UK. But as of now, here in England, Prime Minister Boris Johnson will be addressing and plus explaining the pandemic plan for the coming winter months. A very difficult situation here in the UK, where we are actually the second lockdown because of the second wave is looking quite imminent. Lavina Tandon, Painter Today from London.